Hey guys, Yugi here, or CharrChan, same person. Today's video, I have something exciting to show you, which you have already seen in the title. It is, this. I have another Yugi Figma to unbox, so we're going to be unboxing this. First, I wanted to show you another project I'm starting. I'm starting to make my second Kigurumi. This here will become Psyche K from the Disastrous Life of Psyche Kuswa. So here he is. It's going to be a long time before this is anywhere near like this is. I've got commission work to do, other various things to do, so this is just a project on the back burner for now. Otherwise, let's talk a little bit about this. So I was on eBay doing some window shopping. Well, it wasn't just window shopping after I bought this. I was looking at different Figmas because I was wanting to get another one, and this popped up for £25. I was like, really? Like an official, legit one? Yeah, it's a legitimate Yami Yugi Figma. And I was like, oh, should I get it? Should I not? And I did buy it. Bit of an impulse purchase, I will admit. I mean, how could I not get him? Look, it's Yugi. You know how much I love Yugi? I turned myself into him. So, of course, I did buy it. I had been wanting to get a second Yugi Figma anyway, but I couldn't justify the prices that they go into, like £100, £200, too much. But I wanted to get a second one to take with me on photography trips, outdoors in the world. But I was too scared to take my other one out because I paid £80 for it, which is expensive. So I was really scared to damage him. But this one, nice and cheap, shouldn't have to worry too much. So I'm gonna de-Kigurumi myself so I can unbox this and we can just chat about things, figure-related things, I guess. I have some figure-related things I would like to talk about. So, I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna switch camera angles and unbox the thing that just fell on the floor. He'll be fine. Alright, let's go and unbox something. So here we have it, a legitimate Yugi Figma that I got for really cheap. I'm honestly still like, is it real? Is it legitimate? And yes, it is. The listing only had one photo, but from that one photo we could see the box, it looked fine, it had the sticker on it. I could see the Figma looked to be in good quality with all the parts. The only thing that is missing is the instruction booklet, as far as I can tell. So it's legitimate Figma. I mean, we've already done this video before, we've done an unboxing of this figure, so I'm just going to talk about, I don't know, stuff, I guess. Did everyone see the Miraculous Ladybug Nendoroid? Big disappointment on that one. I mean, like, we've waited for Miraculous Ladybug Nendoroids for years now, at least I have. They released, it's really cute. But, like, look, it's really cute. There's a picture on screen. But you know how many accessories and faceplates it comes with? 2 faceplates, 2 accessories. That's nothing, and they're charging 6,000 yen for it. Got tongue-tied there. They're charging 6,000 yen for it. Like, what the hell? So yes, I'm thoroughly disappointed in the Miraculous Ladybug Nendoroid. I'm kind of tempted to do a custom Ladybug figure at some point, like maybe I'll get a Evangelion Asuka figure to do stuff with, you know. Anyway, so here are his hands. They are, and his stands in there too. Let's take those out. I did pull this figure out just to have a quick look-see and check if he was official, and he looks to be official. The quality of everything looks fine. I mean, look on here we have all of the like little information-y things, and the Figma stand doesn't appear to be bootlegged or anything. We've got the Figma hands there. The bootleg versions of these hand holders tend to be white plastic, I think. At least the one bootleg I had as a teenager, it was. Yeah, hands look to be in nice condition. He is a bit dusty. Like there's the Millennium Puzzle, it does need a bit of a wash, a bit of dust. Yugi himself looks in really good condition. He's got a bit of dirt on his arms, but you know, that should wash off, hopefully. Bit of dust in his hair. If you remember my first unboxing of the other Yugi I got, he was so dusty. He was caked in dust. It was horrible. This one's a bit dusty. Like, this is... it's a bit dusty, you know? It's not too bad. I might have dusted him if I was going to be selling. Oh, he's got a... something... oh, no, never mind. It's scraped off. There was something on his jacket, but it's come off, so it's fine. He needs a wash. He just needs a wash. But I still can't get over it. £25 for the Yugi Figma. Like, this thing's going for a lot more money on most other sites, I think. There's a bit of grime on him in places. I just don't get it. Maybe it's a bit damaged? His arm fell off. No, that's... whatever that is seems to be coming off. I don't know. I was going to talk about other things while I was talking here. Do Figmas have the same problem as Nendoroids with the lack of accessories? Because I don't buy Figmas. There's not many Figmas of characters that I want. Like, there's his the faceplate. I do like that they have the inset eyes, but I will say they're a little bit difficult to photograph. It does mean that when you are photographing him, you have to go back later and edit the eyes to be a bit brighter. Now, I do have a little bit of an idea, an experiment I might do with this Figma. I think it would be fun to try taking a mould of the faceplates and also the fringe so that I can make a custom faceplate and hair fringe set for regular Yugi. I don't want to damage the legitimate Figma parts because he's not cheap anymore. But this one was cheap for some reason. I don't know why it was so cheap. His arm fell off. The seller of this had other Figmas, not Figmas, SH Figure Arts available from Dragon Ball at £30 and £50. And I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. I've never seen it really. But also legit. I guess he just really wanted rid of them, so yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I'm very happy to own this a second time. So this is going to come out with me on photography trips, pretty much. Maybe we'll do some photography trip stuff. But what I was saying was, do Figmas have the same problem as the Nendoroids have nowadays, where they just don't come with anything? Because Nendoroids nowadays don't come with anything. As I said, the Ladybug comes with 2 faceplates and 2 accessories, one of which is like just a regular part of her design. She comes with the yo-yo and tiki. It's like, you know? There's his other face. Is definitely a legitimate Figma. I'm just still in disbelief. How did I get this so cheap? I'm gonna put one of his sets of eyes in his face here. I really like the mechanism. I think the Elsa Figma also had this. I'm not really a big Frozen fan, but I did see that the Elsa Figma has the same eye mechanism as this. It's really good, actually. It means you get more expression variations in one figure. He does need a wash, though. I need to maybe run him under the tap. Maybe we'll go and do some photography adventures with him as a part of this video. Can I get his face in there? I'm struggling. I am struggling a little bit to get his face lined up. God, I got distracted again. I was trying to say, do Figmas come with accessories, is what I want to ask. Then, as I said, the Ladybug Nendoroid came with nothing. So it would be interesting to know if it's a recurring problem in Figmas or not. There we go. It's all put together. Look at him, he's so cute. He's also out of focus, so you can't even see him. Yeah, the only problem with this Figma, my only gripe with it, is the shoulder joints sometimes get a bit tangled up in themselves. Can you see how his shirt is a separate, his sleeve is a separate piece? It sometimes gets a bit tangled up in itself, and it's not quite as smooth as it could be. Well, I think I've pulled his arm out slightly. Get back in there. I'm gonna go and wash him, I think. Maybe we'll play around with him before I go and wash him. Fighting stance. I'm also kind of disappointed that he can't sit down, really. Can you do the splits a bit? Can't really sit, though. So you can't sit him off the edge of a shelf, which is disappointing. Maybe you can sit him on a bar stool like this. Sit him on a bar stool, maybe. So yeah, he's not sittable down, which is kind of sad. But then it would probably look awkward at the like seam line on the leg there, wouldn't it? He gets his legs out to the side and kind of do the splits. Almost. Not really. He's not that flexible. His legs don't go back too far. The joints at the knees bend up nicely though. So he can kneel. He can kneel, I think. Can he kneel? He can kneel. But he can't sit, which is a disappointment. Because I wanted to like sit him down off the edge of a shelf. But I couldn't, so it was a bit sad. Oh, we haven't put his Millennium Puzzle on yet. Let's do that, I guess, because that needs a wash too, so I'll just wash them all in one go, I guess. I'm always scared when I pull the heads off these, because I'm scared I'm going to break them. Don't want to pull too hard, just going to wiggle it out. There we go. Now the jacket attaches, like, well, it needs heat bending is the problem with the jacket. It does need a bit of heat bending to get on there, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe we got lucky this time. Well, no, the jacket does need maybe a little bit of heat bending to get in there nicely. But the jacket attaches with like a peg in the back that you need to heat bend into place. I'm being a bit more rough with this one than I was with my other one, because he was just so cheap, and I want to take him out on photography adventures, so if I'm gonna damage him in any way, to get it out of my system, I guess. I didn't realise this belt was loose. I thought it was like glued on there on the other one. Interesting. Oh, I forgot that this is a joint here. His waist moves. Let's go over points of articulation. I know we've done a review before, but no, we just did an unboxing. This can be like the in-depth review, I guess. So points of articulation, you got the neck / head, then you have the shoulder, elbow and wrist are all articulated. Then you also have the waist, so we can rotate there. His hips are jointed, granted the range of motion is a little bit limited. His knees, and his feet, I believe, have some very slight movement. It's restricted by the trousers, so yeah, they do move slightly. Now, something I didn't do with my other one was I didn't switch out the arm piece. So let's try and do that, because I haven't done that before. I am a little bit scared to try it though. So the forearm should wiggle off. Should being the key word here. Oh, it is kind of scary, and it's very stiff. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't do it. I can't do it. No! I don't want to break his joints, because that wouldn't be very fun. Oh, even if I did only pay £29 in total, it was £4 postage, so it was 25 plus 4, 29, which is very cheap for this Figma. I just can't get his forearm off. Oh no. Oh, I think it's coming, or maybe the wrong joint is coming out. Oh, the wrong joint came out. No! But the thing about Figmas is they are customizable like that. You can just pop them apart and put them back together. I assume. This is when I've broken him. No, there we go. All back together. So yes, I might need to blast him with the hairdryer to play with him a bit more in that parts exchanging ways. This video is getting a bit long for my liking. Since I am going to be taking this out with me in like photography ways, I won't be attaching the coat jacket because it's not very transportable, and if it needs heat bending to attach every time, it's just not going to be easy. But yeah, it is wonderfully sculpted with all the sharp angles it has. that's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh's designs and artworks. Very like dramatic clothing folds and sharp edges. Very like bold shapes. That's what I like about the Yu-Gi-Oh art style. It translates really well into figures as well, if they're sculpted well. I am sad I can't get his dual disc on, but again, I probably wouldn't be taking that with me for photography shoots out and about very often, because it is delicate. I know I said I can probably damage this and it'd be fine, but this is a bit more delicate and a bit more difficult to transport in easy ways. But yeah. And maybe we can switch his hands out. Let's switch his hands out, because I know I can do that. I assume. Oh, the phone's ringing. Had to go and answer the phone, but I'm back now. So yes, the hands do come off a bit more easily. I always feel like I've rambled on, and I'm just going to edit this, and it's going to be a content, like a full video's worth of speaking, but there's nothing, like, to it. Anyway, my favourite hands to put on my Yugi that I already own are the open ones, because I feel like they have the most posability options. So let's put these on. There we have it. Looks a bit spooky without his head, doesn't he? Like a zombie or something. Yeah. Anyway, let's put his Millennium Puzzle on. And put his head back on. If I can do that gently. There we have it. There's my second Yugi Figma. I own 2 of them now. And that's a good thing, because I do really like it. Honestly, the Yugi Figma is one of my favourite Yugis. He has the most, like, options for posing. Some people don't like the joints, and I can understand that, but I think they're pretty well blended in. The only places that they're really noticeable are the elbows, really. So that's a good thing. I do feel like I've just spoken for this entire video and haven't said anything, so there's probably going to be a lot of jump cuts in this video of me just cutting out my ramblings. But yes, this is my second official Figma, because both of them are Yugi now. Let's put the stand on so we can stand up by himself. Now, which way round does this go? I forget. I think it's this one goes in this place here. And that, I think, is for the coat, so I get rid of that bit. I'm going to put his fists on this, so I don't lose them. Get on there. They do need a wash. You can see there's a bit of dirt in there, but you know, I cannot complain. For £25, that is very good. I think it's even cheaper than the official like retail price as well, which is really good. I might have to heat him up with a hairdryer to get this in, like I did on my other one. I may need to go and do some heat hair drying. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't. There we go. We're in. Yippee! Oh, maybe not. Nope. No, we're in. There we go. Alright, let's pose him. Let's pose him. Right now, my Yugi on my desk, my Yugi Figma, is he's just waving for now. I'll probably reposition him again in a couple of weeks or something. I like them because you can just switch up the poses very easily. I like making my Yugi Figma either wave or hold the Millennium Puzzle. Like this, I say, trying to get it to work. Why can't I get this arm to move like I want it to? They can be a bit finicky to pose, that's why some people don't like them. But once you get used to it, I think it's a bit easier. And it's quite fun as well. You get lots of posability options, and yeah, it's just a bit finicky. That's why a lot of people don't like Nendoroids as well. And there we go, he's kind of holding his puzzle there. It's not the most natural pose, but there we go. I still can't get his forearm off without pulling the joint out, so we're not going to be putting the jewel disc on. I do like the jewel disc, but you know, it wasn't part of the early manga chapters anyway. And the early manga and Season 0 are my favourite iterations of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I love a jewel disc, don't get me wrong. I love the entirety of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the jewel discs and the big monster holograms, but I do love the like first iterations of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's my favourite part, so I don't mind that he's not wearing his jewel disc. I would like him to be wearing his coat, but as I said, for ease of transport, we will not be doing that. But yeah, £25 Figma. Can't complain for that. Maybe I should go and do some photography to finish up this video. Oh, I forgot to say he does come with his cards in there. We've done the entire review before. He comes with a fan of cards, a single card that you can hold, 3 sets of eyes, looking left, looking right, and looking straight ahead. Jewel disc with a forearm attached. If you saw that, and we've done this before. We've done this before. Like, forearm is in there attached. You just pick whichever hand you want. Lovely paint job on it. I love the slight glossiness of the red part of the jewel disc. Yeah, that glossy part. It looks like metal. And then the rest of it's like a matte colour with a metallic paint for the blue. Yeah, nicely detailed. Honestly, the detail on the Figma jewel disc is on par with the one on the Kotobukiya scales, which is really nice. As I said, I would really like to make a custom faceplate and fringe so that this can be Yugi Muto rather than Yami Yugi. Don't get me wrong, I love Yami, but Yugi is my favourite, as you might have guessed. Alright, I should go and take some pictures or something, and then I can edit this video and stop rambling at you, because I have no idea what I've said for the past, like, 20 minutes. This is going to be a hell video to edit. Hopefully it's not that bad. If you're watching this video for review purposes, then the Yami Yugi Figma is an excellent Figma. As we went over, posability, the legs aren't that flexible, but he's got good range of motion in the knee. Can bend his leg quite far back. Does require some heating up to get the jacket on, but that's nothing too dramatic. Oh, he's fallen off his stand. You do also need to heat him up to get the stand in, but that's also quite common. Sculpting, 10 out of 10, love it. Looks like Yugi. I mean, how could it not look like Yugi with that hair? Good posability, range of options for posing with the eyes and the face. Could do with more faces. I think there's an exclusive faceplate that comes with the Kai, but I'll put a picture on screen if I can find it. There's an exclusive faceplate that comes with the Kaiba Figma of his Yugi's shouting face, which is annoying because it's an iconic expression. It should have been included in this box, but it's not because, you know, companies and money. Is he worth £100 or £200? He could be if you really wanted him. I mean, I paid £80 for my first one. 25 is an absolute bargain, so can't complain there. His shoulder joints are a little bit funky, as you can see there. His sleeve is kind of, you know, just kind of sits there. It's not really the best design, in my opinion. It's just a bit off. I think also his elbow is coming out of his socket there, so I might need to wiggle that back in. Let's fix that for you, Yugi. There we go. He can stand by himself if you pose him very awkwardly, but he can stand by himself. Wouldn't recommend standing him up by himself on a shelf, though, because he will fall over. As most Figmas would. The paint job's good, the sculpt is good. Honestly, good Figma. Would recommend, if you can find him for a price that suits you. My foot has gone numb because I've been sat on the floor. Oh no! Oh, it's going to be pins and needles for me. And I'm going to go and take some picture. My hair just fell into frame. There you go. And I'm going to take some pictures of Yugi. So let's go and do some photography. I guess after I wash him, he does need a wash. So It's bath time for you, Yugi, and also your coat needs a wash. The jewel disc also needs a wash. That face is fine. These things need a wash though, so I'll be back with some pictures and probably a voiceover. Yeah. I'm back with an update. His arm fell off. I almost lost this bit down the plug, but it's okay, because I didn't, so yes. Yeah, I guess Figma arms are technically removable. I've never had this happen before. I'm going to let them dry off before I put this back in. I'm also going to try using some rubbing alcohol to get rid of the, like, slight griminess on this arm. It's just slightly stained. I'm not sure, from paint transfer, from dust. The dust came off his jacket just fine, I think. I might have missed a couple of crevices here and there, but it's okay, because I'm not really going to display the jacket. The jewel disc cleaned up just fine, and Yugi looks pretty clean, I think. This arm is fine. The one still attached is fine in terms of staining. I don't think there's any staining, but on this one it is somewhat visibly stained. It didn't come off with just water. I did rub it with a Q-tip. Not a Q-tip, a cotton swab, cotton pad thing. You know what I mean. But I'll try a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol next, I guess. I didn't use any soap, because I wasn't sure. Dish soap would have probably been the next best bet. I could go and try, but I have a feeling rubbing alcohol is going to be my friend here, so I'll try that next. Yeah, okay, the rubbing alcohol didn't actually do anything, I think. There's still, like, a gross line. The dirt collected in the seam line of his arm, so yeah. But yeah, I tried. I guess it's just stained, and I can't really complain. For £25 for this particular Figma, honestly, still a bargain, even though his arm has just fallen off and is dirty. But as I said, you know, it's probably normal for that to happen with these Figmas. Not that it fell off, but I mean, like, that you can remove it. Like, I should be able to repair it. Look. Let's have a go at, maybe I should dry him off a bit better first. Yeah, whatever. So if I just get in frame first, and get in focus, should be able to just pop his arm back in. I forgot to put his sleeve on first. That would be smart. So, the sleeve, which way round does it go? Oh, it's a bit dirty, I should have washed it. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Look, it wipes off, it's wiped off, we're fine. The dirt is wiped off with my fingers, it's alright. Now, which way round does this go? I think it goes this way, maybe. It's a bit difficult to tell. Yeah, I think it's this way round. I don't think you're really meant to remove his arms like ever, because that piece is very difficult to tell which way round it's meant to go. Maybe it does go the other way round. Oh no, it definitely goes the other way round. Yeah, okay. And now I can try to... But you see what I mean about the arm piece just being a bit tricky? That entire sleeve is just a bit not very well designed, I don't think. I know it's to increase his range of motion, but it's just a bit meh, you know? Yeah, anyway, there he is back together. He's fine. Just have to be careful with that arm joint, make sure I don't lose his arm or his sleeve especially out in the photography field. Alright, he's gonna air off, so let's leave Yugi to dry for however long it's gonna take him to dry. You want to go outside again? Not our cat. Oh, straight to the garage?
Stinky! Stinky!
Straight to the garage. Birds are fighting. Over there somewhere. Oh, they're not happy with each other, are they? I'm I'm doing this while the birds fight. I am photographing Yugi throwing snowballs. Everyone look at my greatest creation. Yugi Snowman. Look at him. I had to freeze my little hands to build him and his head fell off multiple times. Why is this video half an hour long? Anyway, here's some photos I took. I'm really enjoying this Figma. I don't feel like I have to be gentle with him, like he's so fragile. I mean, yes, his arm will fall off if I move it too much. It hasn't fallen off again yet, but you know, fingers crossed, should be alright. And I'm really excited to take this Figma further afield than my backyard. It snowed, so I took some snow pictures, as you saw in those clips. It was snowy. And yes, I'm really excited that Snow Angel picture is not very effective. And I really enjoyed building the Yugi snowman, that was really fun. So yes, this was a much longer video than intended, so yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts, it's not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, hope to see you in the next one, and bye!